Hi boys and girls, welcome to Learn Pal. Today we're going to be practicing cutting with scissors and we're going to make a little puzzle, okay? So here's what you're going to do. First, make sure you have your scissors with you and that you're ready to start cutting. And then I also have this little bean bag with me. You don't really need this bean bag, but this is just extra help, just in case if you're having a hard time keeping that elbow down next to your body when you're cutting. So watch this. If you have a pencil or a paper or something to put under your arm like this, and you hold it right here, it tells you that you have to keep your elbow next to your body so that we can cut properly, okay? So if you've got something you can maybe put under your arm, it could be another piece of paper, it could be maybe your favorite teddy bear that's not really big, something kind of small, and you're just gonna put it right under your arm, and then we can practice cutting, okay? So I've got over here a picture of my summer scene, and you can choose whichever puzzle that you want to cut out, okay? And we're gonna cut on these lines over here, okay? And you see how I have numbers at the bottom? These numbers are going to help you, okay, when you put the puzzle pieces together. So we can also practice some counting as we do it, okay? So let's go ahead and let's get started. So I'm gonna take my little bean bag to remind me to keep my elbow down next to my body when I cut. And now my scissors, I gotta put my fingers in the right spot, okay? I'm not gonna put my thumb in the big hole, right? It doesn't go in there. It goes in the small little hole, okay? So make sure your thumb is in the small hole, and then these two fingers are gonna go in the big hole, just like this, you see? So then I can start cutting. But then don't forget these last two fingers over here, make sure they're sleeping in your hand while you practice cutting, okay? So I have 1, 2, 3 fingers, okay? I'm gonna keep this here to keep my elbow down next to my body. And I'm going to take my paper and I'm going to keep my thumb on the top of the paper when I practice cutting, okay? So try not to cut with 4 fingers on top like this, okay? We want to keep our thumb on top. It'll be easier to help us cut, okay? And then I'm going to start cutting on the line. And try your very best to really try to stay on top of that line as you're cutting. Okay, now look, my helper hand is super far away, so it's going to get hard for me. So I'm going to move my helper hand across the paper so it's right across where I'm cutting with my scissors. You see, if I'm cutting here, I want my hand to kind of be somewhere close by, kind of like this. So really help me hold that paper nicely. Okay, I've got one piece of my puzzle ready. So I'm gonna put that to the side and we're gonna keep going. Remember, we wanna keep our thumb on top. And boys and girls, don't forget to keep your elbows next to your body, okay? Make sure it's staying really close to your body as you cut. I'm gonna move my helper hand to make it easier for me to cut. Okay, I've got my second part of my puzzle, so we're gonna move that across. And we're gonna keep cutting really nicely. Try to do your best. My elbow is down next to my body. My thumb is on top when I'm cutting. I'm doing a really good job because I'm following the directions as I'm cutting. Okay, so I'm gonna keep going. Now, boys and girls, you don't have to rush when you're doing this, okay? So really take your time, okay? It's more important that you practice cutting with scissors the right way instead of the fast way, okay? It's not about doing it fast because then that's when we can make a lot more mistakes, okay? So just try to remember to put your fingers in the scissors the right way, keep your elbow down, okay? And then your thumb on top as you're cutting, okay? So I'm gonna keep cutting out my puzzle. And I really wonder what puzzle you chose. I wonder if you chose the same puzzle as me or if you chose one of the other ones. Let's see, we're almost there. I'm gonna keep cutting. I'm gonna move my helper hand wherever I cut. Make sure they're traveling. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Almost there. Now, if you're still cutting with me, I'm super proud of you for really doing your best and really focusing, moving your helper hand wherever you cut. So I'm really proud of you for doing that so far. Good job. Okay, Mrs. Laura's got only one more left, but don't worry, remember, take your time. All right, it's not a race. You can always pause the video if you need a little bit extra time to practice cutting the right way. And that's really okay to do that, okay? Because the more we practice, the better we'll get. All right. Okay, so I finished cutting out all of my pieces for the puzzle. Now this is the fun part, because we have to put all of these pieces back together. So you just made your very own puzzle. But which one goes first? Well, let's see. We know that the numbers that we have on here are numbers 1 through 10. So we're gonna start by finding number 1, okay? So find the paper that has a number 1 on it. Where is it? I think I see mine. Here's my number 1, so I'm gonna start with this one. I'm gonna put it right over here. So now I'm gonna look for number 2. Where's number 2? Oop, I think I see it. So I'm gonna take my number 2 puzzle piece and I'm gonna put it right next to number 1. Right over here like this, you see? Because when you put them together, it's gonna start forming the puzzle again, just like how when we cut it, okay? So we're gonna keep going and try to find all of your puzzle pieces, okay? So if you have a hard time trying to match the pictures just by looking at the pictures, go ahead and try to find the numbers and then you can put them in order, okay? We can sequence them. So I'm going to take my next one. I see a pineapple there. Now I find another matching piece that also has a pineapple on there, so it's gotta be the right one. Yep, because now it goes 1, 2, 3. So I know I'm making my puzzle the right way. So let's keep going. I'm gonna keep trying to match all of my pictures together, okay? I really want you to try your best to do yours. I'm gonna keep going. Let's just put them together. There's number 6. Okay, ooh, it's coming along super nicely. I wonder what yours is looking like. Okay, there's my next puzzle piece. After number 7 comes number 8. Number 8, so I'm gonna get my number 8. We're also gonna put that next in order. And I've got 2 more puzzle pieces left. Let's see. It looks good so far. I need 1 more. Okay, there we go. So now I've got my puzzle together. Now make sure you have yours together too, but before we finish, let's just double check and make sure that we have it right, okay? So we can double check by counting from number 1 and going all the way to number 10, okay? So let's see. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I did it right because they're all in order and I can see what my puzzle looks like now. So there we go, we just made our very own puzzle. Boys and girls, if you like this activity and you want to try a different puzzle, you can go ahead and do it. And thank you so much for joining me today, practicing cutting with scissors. Don't forget to remember all the important skills that we learned, okay? And I'll see you guys next time. Bye everyone.